Hold up. I got a burp. Blech. Okay. Welcome to another video about the War server. This will be kind of a throwaway video, but not really. It's supposed to be a pretty low effort video. But basically what I'll be doing here is just explaining the state of Oceana and what's happening. And if you don't know what Oceana is or what the War server is, this might be a little lost on you. So I recommend watching these two videos I have linked in the description or in the comment section, or you see in the top right. This will be a little bit more freestyle, just talking about things that are going on and me putting, background footage of me building on my new city, which I'll be talking about because I really like how it's turning out so far. And also about things just going on in the world, the expansion of the new world and how great those countries are coming along, and little things happening there and there with people finishing cities. It's really a lot about people finishing cities. And if you watch my what is the War server video, you'll understand basically how that city system works. I really love it. I thank my friend Rash for coming up with the majority of it 4 years ago, because it really exploded the War server into something beautiful and these beautiful builds because there's some incentive to build. Anyways, enough of that intro. Let's get going. So basically, around a week or two ago, I finished a town I was working on called Nottawa. A brief explanation about the area that I built this city in. This is the area of the former Canada with a K, not with a C, because in the server we have a rule where you can't reuse real life names to a certain extent. Anyways, so Canada with a K, or Canada. This used to be a empire that was at odds with my empire back in the way of the start of the server. Currently working on a history video about to start off the history of the War server, so you guys can get some background about all the cool, wacky events that happened beforehand. But basically, after the fall of this empire, the Canadian Empire, it kind of got nuked to oblivion by a griefer, and the area was just a wasteland for a few years. And basically, finally, a few months ago, I took it upon myself, hey, I should probably start building on this area, because people have been saying, Wings, you need to build on your territories, you have such a huge empire. I'm like, okay, fine. So then I started building on this area, and as you can see here, I decided to make it a steampunk kind of city, with the area on top being this rich noble section where all the Draconians, my empire, are living, and all the poor Canadians are living in the slums down below, in the actual crater of the terrorist attacks and stuff like that. As you can see, the entire city, the old area, which was a bunch of huts to begin with, because the way the old War server used to build. Now I took those huts and put them all over the place, and in like a nicer, more dynamic flow to the city. And I think I really like how it turned out. Let me be honest. It's really cool. It's supposed to be a steampunk city. I need to work more on the steampunk aspect. As you can see, there's a huge sky dock on the top, and basically that's where zeppelins and stuff will come. I haven't finished the balloon on top of it, but that's something I plan to finish sometime. It's just that building circles in Minecraft is awful. But yeah, that's my city of Nottawa. So actually, that area, the city of the Canadian Empire, was, guess what, called Ottawa. So you are allowed to name cities after real life things. But since Ottawa got blown to smithereens, I named it Nottawa. So like it's like a play on word, like New Ottawa, because I could just call it New Ottawa or call it something unique like Nottawa. But then I could have Nottawa have a double meaning, basically being like not Ottawa. It's like a very messed up society where the people who are supposed to live there are actually underground, under this platform where all the rich people are on top. So I kind of like that. But anyways, that's something I've recently finished, and I'm pretty proud of it. And I made it from a town into a small city, and that makes me 4 ODP a week extra. So I'm currently making around 39 ODP with trade from all the cities, foreign cities. So it's pretty sweet. Moving on to another country in the old world, my ally and my friend Rash, who was actually in the last video I posted, recently made Paris into a small city. Paris was kind of struggling a little bit for a long time because initially it was a city built composed of a bunch of huts by somebody who hasn't gotten on in years. And then Rash and his former member, True, came in and started rebuilding the whole place, making it look a lot nicer. You're starting to see this more Frenchy vibe in France. Paris is now looking a lot better. As you can see, there's no Tural, which True built before his departure to Geistany when the War server went on PC. And yeah, it's looking pretty nice right now. So I went from a town to a small city. So now it's making ration extra for 40p a week, which is good. Gives them more lives and combat and stuff, which is a whole nother system. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah. He might go on his way to make it a medium city soon, because it's pretty close to one, I would think. But for right now, Rash is actually going to work on Alaska to make Alaska a small city. And this is the city of Anchorage. I should pull it up on the screen. He basically right now he's just changing the roads from black to gray. He thinks it looks better. I do think it looks marginally better. But yeah, that's on the Harn right now. There isn't much going on in any of the old world countries, as currently we're in a little bit of a slow age in the old world. Things are just more settled over here. But that's not the same case in the new world. Those new countries are expanding quite fast, and it's making me very sad. It is currently the year 324, month 6, because currently it's Saturday. I'll make a video of how the year works. These new countries, they're progressing. So if any of you watched my video interviewing Anthony about Saramafima, his robot country, Anthony is pretty high up top back then. That has not changed. Anthony's economy has grown. He's made his town into a small city, and he's also made a new small city, Aphis, or Saphis, I think. I don't know, he changed his name. It's kind of mid. He made a new small city, and he's currently generating 8 ODP a week, which is the biggest economy so far in the new world, which is awesome. He's currently working on expanding and, you know, solidifying his place as #1 in the new world, and I'm pretty sure he's working his way up to surpass Beldain in the charts of a military and economic power, but that'll be a little bit because Beldain does make quite a lot. So yeah, that's Saramafima for right now. If you want to know more about the lore of his country, you should see my interview with Anthony, and it's a very interesting video. You can stick around for the 28-minute runtime that I gave it. Dang, I need to cut down my videos. Next up is a runner-up. Vulpin, the leader of Neonadia, was actually for the first few weeks of the War server caught up in college, so he couldn't play for a lot. But recently he's been able to get on a lot more, and his country has skyrocketed. His capital city of Santiago got turned to a town, to a small city in almost record time. It's honestly amazing how fast after such an activity, he got on, he made that a small city. It's crazy. It looks really beautiful. Obviously I'll be putting pictures on the screen about of how these cities look and stuff, and it's a great looking city. Lots of copycat blocks, lots of frame blocks, and yeah, and he currently finished another city, which I actually forgot the name of. It's a mushroom city on one of his colonies of an island off the coast of the continent of Indiana, and it looks really pretty too. It looks so alive, and me and Rash, my head operator and my ally, who is the owner of Paris, we were like, whoa, this is it looks so vibrant and awesome, and I think it's a really cool looking city. Neonadia has had its set of setbacks though, because there is a corruption issue in the server with something like that around the country of Neonadia, and basically the mountains are like accursed or something, because whenever you build or break blocks inside of the mountains, or the chunks inside the mountains, it crashes your game. So we're currently looking into a fix for that, which will probably result in hard resetting those chunks, which will mess up the way the continents were generated and drawn. But still, it's a little bit unfair for Vulpin and his beautifully progressing country. Nevertheless, Vulpin has been doing great, and I hope to see Neonadia's growth, as they're currently second in power in the New World. Another country which has been producing a lot of towns is actually Geistany. I haven't talked about Geistany yet, but this is True's country. And you'll probably meet him in another video I'll make. I'm actually planning a cool video demonstrating the war system, so True will probably be in there if we can get True's schedule and all of our schedules in check. Geistany has a member called Connor. I asked him, he was fine with me saying his name, so that's awesome. And Connor has been producing a lot for True, and True's been also working on his capital city of Gothen, formerly called Blackport. Geistany is this really cool gothic mix of, ghost people and also elves and dwarves, and a mix between elves and dwarves. As you can see, there's these really beautiful Lord of the Rings looking tower over these set of cities, and Geyssini has been such a upward curve. It's amazing. I think Geyssini is actually a really cool country, no matter how much crap I give True about it. They're currently expanding. They're one of the biggest countries in the New World, I would say that, probably behind Neonadia. Neonadia got a lot of land due to that corruption issue, so we have to give them a lot more land to work with because they can't use half of it. But Geyssini, excluding that, is a huge country. It's expanding really well. It's pretty much isolated from a lot of its neighbors. So I think it's doing really good. Back to the old world for a little bit. So you probably can, if I don't know, if you really like how people build stuff or whatever, you know, have been looking at the background footage and being like, whoa, what's this cool city you're building? I hope it's cool. It's kind of goofy, but I really like the idea of it. This is the city of Hearthsbury. I'm currently building it right now because I just thought, dude, wouldn't it be cool for a bunch of people to live in berries? And my country is known for more whimsical, fantastical cities and stuff because I'm like a fantasy British Empire. So I was like, hey, I want to build my berry thing right next to my Halloween city. Yes, I do have a Halloween city. You probably saw it in my first video. You'll probably see it. Sorry, in my first video if you watch it. And yeah, I really like how it's going so far. I'm really going from this whimsical, like La La Land kind of vibe to it. I'm gonna make a huge tree where all the berries and the houses will be hanging off of, with like pathways of wood. Kind of like those bridges, you know, the bridges the Incas make? It's kind of like that. I forgot the name for them. Drawbridges, maybe. No, they're not drawbridges. Whatever. As you can see, I've been building it through the entire video. I'm really proud of it, and I hope I can make it into a town soon because I need to compete with all these expansion of these new countries. Gosh dang. Finally, I'll be talking about a new country. Oh, I bumped my mic. Finally, I'll be talking about a new country that settled a little bit ago, and their name is Scalvia. Their owner has been making steady progress. You know, he's busy in real life, and that's completely fine. But it's looking really cool right now. They're going for this Nordic vibe. They're in the mountainous region, like a higher up mountainous region of Indiana, not part of the huge Indiana mountain range, but still is this really cool, like Skyrim-esque looking part of the continent. The friend who drew it for me said it's his favorite part of it, and like I think it's looking pretty good so far. I'm not gonna say the name of the owner because I don't think he'd be comfortable with me saying his name. But you know, I hope you do really great if you're watching this video. That'll probably be all for right now. This is just a test video about like a quick test video about the state of things, how year 324 of Oceana is looking. If you really like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and don't forget to read your Bibles.